Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to go over the top 5 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays released in July 2023. Okay, another month is in the books, and for July there were a lot of good 4K releases, both catalog and new titles. And of course, you also have the Criterion 50% off sale going on at Barnes & Noble, and Criterion themselves released a few 4Ks. So there was a lot happening in this month. Looking forward to August, things slow down just a little bit, but there are still some significant releases to talk about later. I'm very excited, of course, in the coming months. September, October is going to be phenomenal, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go over what I feel are the top 5 4K releases of July. Now, this list is not really in any particular order. I'm going to save that kind of thing for the end of the year list. But really, these are 5 titles you should check out, and you may not even know were released this past month. So let's begin with one that's technically cheap, but not really. When it comes to the 2014 version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, now, yes, this was released in Europe, I would say 3 or 4 years ago. Like, it's been a while. We just got it here in the States, so it's included in this particular list. But what makes this one really worthwhile is the Dolby Atmos audio. This is a phenomenal sounding movie. I mean, there is a lot going on that really gives you a full immersive experience. And, you know, I just I like the movie. It's not, of course, the best out there, but really it has that Michael Bay flavor. Even though he didn't direct it, he still produced it. But really, the home release on 4K, it's pretty awesome. So I do recommend you check this one out. When you think of Sony and 4K releases, you're left with a sense of reassurance because they are arguably one of the best studios putting out 4K releases, at least far as the mainstream studios go. And I was a little surprised this one got a 4K release, and even more surprised it got a Dolby Atmos upgrade. So I Married an Axe Murderer. It's actually a really fun movie. It's purely 90s, it is. But the 4K release, it has some really good colors. Grade structure is nicely intact, and I think the transfer is pretty well done. I believe this was given a restoration. And once again, a Dolby Atmos upgrade for this. I was not expecting it. Yes, at the end of the day, it doesn't fundamentally change the sound of the movie, but I do like it offers some good immersive experiences, and it does use the height setups a little bit, mostly towards the end. You'll know the scene what I'm talking about, but really, I think it's a fun movie. It was great revisiting this one. I don't think I had seen it since maybe about 5 or 10 years, but yes, So I Married an Axe Murderer from Sony is a high recommend. Arrow Video puts out some really good offerings on 4K, and I think they're one of the best boutique labels out there. You know, and of course, when you have big directors such as Martin Scorsese, you don't get a whole lot of his films on 4K. But I was very surprised and happy with the results of Hugo. This is a well-done transfer from Arrow Video. They did a great job. This has some good visual pop to it. And I know it came out in 3D, and a lot of 3D adapters really enjoy that version. But if you're going to get the standard 2D version, I recommend Hugo very highly. It looks great. It's very stylized, and it just has some visual punchiness to it. And of course, you add that HDR and Dolby Vision to it. It gives you a nice refinement to the colors. It's a very entertaining film. It's a movie that celebrates film at the end of the day. And Arrow Video did a wonderful job with this 4K release. Oddly enough, this is the only new release title in this particular video, and I do enjoy the audio and visual experience. Paramount's release of Scream 6, as you can see here in the Steelbook edition, I feel is a really solid offering. And it's, you know, if you know the Scream movies, you know there's a good horror slasher elements, and I think it utilizes Atmos fairly well. This is a well-rounded disc. Whatever you may think of the movie, I personally have some problems with it, but I think I would not say that the picture or audio is one of them. This is a good, I mean, if you're a fan of this film, the 4K edition is something you would easily just pick up, no problem, and you'll get a really good experience. Once again, it comes as a steelbook, and a slipcover is out there. But yeah, Scream 6 on 4K, I do think you would be impressed with it. And finally, for the top 5 4K releases of July 2023, Paramount once again makes the list with The Truman Show. I will say, admittedly, Paramount has been doing a much better job. They still have a couple missteps here and there with their catalog stuff, but The Truman Show is certainly not one of them. Not only do you get a very impressive visual upgrade, you get the usual HDR and Dolby Vision they're well known for, but the Atmos was a welcome surprise, and I think it adds to the film immensely. This is an immersive movie, and finally we have a home release with audio that reflects that. I think it does a great job. It has some good moments. And once again, going back to the visual upgrade, really well done. Grain structure is on point. Colors look really good. And the overall clarity is very just noticeable. So yes, The Truman Show from Paramount is among the top 5 4K releases of July 2023. If you're interested in any of the titles I listed in this video, I will go ahead and leave direct Amazon links in the comment section below. If you use them, they really help out the channel. But now it's your turn. Tell me, what are your top 5 July 4K releases? Let's talk about it in the comments. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.